365 Sports.
Okay, so the final play.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was, the game was kind of away at that point. It was fun because the touchdown that Stroud ran in himself.
Yeah.
He was actually supposed to hand off to the defensive lineman, but he something happened. I don't remember exactly. But the guy who he was supposed to hand off to was the one who ended up scoring the touchdown at the end.
Okay.
So I think that's fine in my opinion.
It was funny because just because of that one play alone, that became the widest margin of victory from any one team since the game we were at.
Yep. Sure.
Back in 2023. Yeah. The first game at Houston. So, Well, kind of funny how those things work sometimes and how things go along. But I'm Kevin, and this is my son, Liam. We are the Unstable Blues, happy to present 365 Sports Indiana as part of the 365 Sports Network.
Yeah, welcome back. This episode we will recap the final Colts game of the year in Houston, and we'll also talk a little bit about the presser that Carlie Irsay did.
Yep.
And so we'll kind of give you our thoughts on that. So here we go.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at 365 Sports Indiana, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. So we'll go over the game fairly kind of quickly so we have time at the end for our thoughts on that. First off, the narrative.
Yes.
Houston took the opening kickoff down for a field goal.
Riley Leonard answered with his first NFL touchdown pass, a 66-yarder to Alec Pierce, and proceeded to give the ball to his parents.
Oh, that's so nice. Alec Pierce almost dropped it, but he reeled it in. The teams then traded field goals before Houston put together a touchdown drive of their own.
Yes, all of the Colts' field goal drive included a 16-yard Rigoberto Sanchez fake punt pass to Malik Cox, and then got them off guard because too many people on the field.
Right,
so.
Because they kept the punt team out there, even though it was first down.
Yep.
What in the world? To which you texted me and said,
"This is the coaching that we should be seeing all year."
Yep. Riley Leonard then fumbled after the first Houston touchdown, resulting in another Houston touchdown.
Yep, teams traded punts before another Alec Pierce touchdown catch after a 30-yard Josh Downs grab and a 16-yard Michael Pittman Jr. reception.
Yes. Houston had enough time, though, to secure a field goal before halftime, bringing the score 23-17 in favor of Houston at the break.
Yeah, Leonard opened up the half with a rushing touchdown after a 56-yard bomb to Alec Pierce.
Yeah, and that was fun because he got to shake EJ Speed out of his boots and then also shake another defensive lineman off his leg and still look at him before running in for the touchdown. Punt and a field goal on each side, another punt for Houston, and Leonard threw an interception. With a man in his face, it sailed the pass intended for Warren.
Yeah, field goal for Houston and an 8+ minute drive for a field goal for the Colts. Left enough time for a surgical Davis Mills drive for the game-winning field goal before the final crazy play we mentioned at the top of the show.
Yes, that pretty much put it to sleep. Speaking of which, Joi Baby sleep sacks can help you put your little one to sleep. Click the link in the description for more on that. It's time now for the stat sheet.
Yep, Riley Leonard, 21 for 23, 270, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 21 on the ground, and a touchdown there as well.
That's correct. Yep.
Just more touchdowns than he had incompletions. Because he had rushing and 2 touchdowns.
I don't know. Hold on. I gotta look. I gotta fact check myself.
He had three total touchdowns.
Yeah,
I saw that 3 total touchdowns.
Yeah, but I think
he had 2 Pierce and then 1 rushing.
I think I put the wrong numbers in. Let me fact check it. Let me look this up. I'm pretty sure I typed the wrong numbers in. Yeah, yes. 21 of 34.
Okay.
That is the correct stats. So I was like, that's too Fernando Mendoza. That's too college of numbers. So yeah, 21 of 34. There you go. So
Gotcha.
DJ Giddens had 30 yards on 8 carries. He ran pretty good.
JT had 14 for 26. They kept running the ball, but they were not getting anything done.
Yeah. Alec Pierce, though, had 132 yards on 4 touchdowns in only 3 quarters after being ejected.
First 1,000-yard season, though.
Yes. And the yards per catch leader 2 seasons in a row now.
Yep. Josh first downs, 4 catches for 61 yards.
Tyler Warren, 26 yards on 5 catches, but he was a very integral part. Don't let the small numbers fool you.
Yeah, Zaire Franklin, 12 tackles, 2 for a tackle for loss.
Yes, and Nick Cross and Adetomiwa Adebawore, both with 6 tackles. Before we move on, your thoughts on the Alec Pierce?
I think it's stupid. It's the last game of the year. You're going to be picky now.
Right. And as he said, or as somebody pointed out, there was more contact in the handshake that he extended than there was actual contact. There was no malicious intent, like he said in his post game. So come on, really, that ref needs to get over himself.
Yeah.
What are some of the intangibles that you think?
They just couldn't run the ball well. It seemed as if they could clock manage pretty well because they had an 8-minute drive. I think they had a 6-minute drive as well.
Yep.
But you couldn't run the ball whenever I think you needed to. And then another one is you gotta finish your drives. If it's an 8-minute drive, it's better be an 8-minute touchdown drive.
Yeah.
8-minute field goals are kind of sad. So you just gotta finish on drives.
Right. No sacks, no forced turnovers, no urgency on defense to stop anything. When your rookie quarterback throws for 270, has 3 total touchdowns, including a rushing touchdown, and you are unable to get a stop when you ultimately need it, that's not good. And I don't know that is on the coaching, as we have mentioned. I think that's more on the players themselves. I think they just kind of gave up toward the end.
Yeah.
What then was your Mayflower move of the game?
I think it's the fumble that turned into Houston getting it inside the 5, rather than be able to set up a drive of your own and stuff like that. It's man,
you kind of almost
now
just
defense.
gave them
Defense has to go right back there and prevent a touchdown, and they just couldn't.
Yeah,
and I don't blame them. Inside the 5 is a hard place to start.
Yep.
So
that's pretty early on. I'm going to give you one right toward the end. The Jalen, because this plays into my intangibles. The Jalen Noel catch with 1:42 left forced the second Colts timeout, and you're talking about a first down to a first down, and it really threw off the timing of the potential. Let's burn the 3 timeouts to conserve anything after the 2-minute warning. There was that put them in a terrible position at that point. So that to me was the one, because at that point you're in the lead. You have the lead. You're playing with the lead. Your defense has to be able to come up with a stop when you're playing with the lead.
Agreed.
You just have to be able to do that. So, who was your star of the game, presented by Farm Hounds? Healthy treats for training your puppies. It all comes down to training like at Country Mountain Dogs. Who was your start of the game?
It's got to be Riley or Alec.
Nah, I know.
I'm going to give it to Alec. I think he would have done a lot better. He would have had better stats and all that. Would have made a bigger impact if he didn't get ejected. I honestly think the Colts might have won because he has that big of an impact. Because you're having Derek Stingley on Pittman, or you're having him go deep one-on-one with Pierce. Right. And even then you throw it up to Pierce because I don't know if Stingley can guard that.
Well, they were playing the backups, to be fair. And so, yeah, even more reason to.
Well, Stingley was in there.
Yeah.
He was playing.
At the time.
Yeah. So I think it's got to be Alec Pierce. Still getting ejected in 3 quarters of football, 4 catches, 120-something yards.
32.
Okay, yeah. and 2 touchdowns is crazy.
Yep.
Monster day for him.
I am then going to give it to Riley Leonard. If you played that good as a rookie, I know it was against backups, but it was also sometimes with your second string. If you're going to play that good as a rookie quarterback in your first NFL start and cause questions, at least from the fan base, as to what was navigated 3 games earlier, albeit he had a knee injury at the time of bringing in a grandpa, the fact that you can play that well and cause all of these questions means that you did your job.
Yeah.
And that's all that we can ask of a rookie coach. Just go in there and do your job. And he did his job really, really well. All right.
I agree.
That leaves us with no longer Jim Irsay, but the owner, Carlie Irsay-Gordon, with her end of the year press conference in defense of their decision, much maligned from Colts fan base, to bring back for a 10th season Chris Ballard and for a 4th season Shane Steichen,
and possibly let go of Lou Anarumo because he's going to.
We will see with that. That's still She did say that was still all very much undecided at this point. So. I'll first touch on the fact that we've said before, the weak, soft Indianapolis media.
Yes.
Stop worrying about your media credentials. Your media credentials get approved by the Colts, yes, but they don't come because of that. They come because you are a reporter. And you must report, you must ask the difficult questions and let the chips fall where they may. Stop giving them softball questions and settling for avoidance answers. If you want any reference, just go to our last podcast, our preview. We already gave you the questions. We set you up. You didn't take it.
Yep.
Your fault. So we're going to react to some of Carlie Irsay's quotes and give you our thoughts. Okay.
Yep.
I've grouped some of them together here. This is Carlie Irsay. I want the fans to know we hear them. Urgency has never been higher.
I would completely disagree with, I think actions speak louder than words do.
Mm-hmm.
And her actions don't show that. She needs to learn how to rebound. Speaking of which, open goal rebounder and goal setup helps you from not having to chase the balls all around. Click the link in the description for more on that. But she is not rebounding very well.
Same old stuff. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting different results?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Insane.
All right, give me the next one.
We have to be able to win and finish games. 47 seconds left in Seattle.
Yeah, that was a specific one that she brought up. We totally agree.
Mm-hmm. Should have won that game.
Should have won that game. We've been saying this even when they were winning, that there were terrible clock management game situations. Something that Shane Steichen talks about all the time is situational football, but he's terrible at it. Whether it's the end of the half, the end of the game, settling for a super long field goal with the Broncos, time after time after time after time, it has not been managed well. So we agree with this one. I just don't know if we're doing enough about it. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. She said that they were able to adapt, and I think this was more directed with Ballard in mind, adapt and change the way the roster was assembled, and they said that they solved a lot of the issues on the roster.
At the beginning of the season, yes. But I'll put it this way. You're having a defensive tackle who had neck surgery who may retire because of it.
Yep.
And you're having a corner who might retire because of concussion issues.
Uh-huh.
So are you solving your roster? You're solving it for 1 year, and then next year you're going to have to do the same thing over again.
Not to mention that you gave up 2 years of first-round picks to get a corner that played in 1 full game.
Yep. Now, mind you, he was good in that one game, but
He's questionable in that game because the falls, and
I would argue okay. Touchdown. I saw a stat. Touchdowns against him.
Agreed.
5.
Yeah.
Seasons played 4.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
So, yards are yes, but touchdowns are more important to block, in my opinion.
All right.
So, but in my opinion, you're just settling the roster for one season, and then you're going to have to go through it again. So,
not to mention that giving up those those 2 first-round picks basically means that you are not going to be able to have no GM was going to want this job. So you had to keep them just because they didn't want to keep. Nobody's going to want to take the job because you gave them nothing to work with.
And those roster problems come from the first round in the draft. Get your guys in the first round. Make sure you get who you want.
Right. Unless you happen to be drafting like the Rams, but only the Rams draft like the Rams.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Interesting. Maybe look at their organization next time you hire a GM. Give me one.
Injuries are never an excuse.
Then why are you making them the excuse? Your excuse for keeping these jokers on board is the fact that, well, we were doing really good at the beginning of the season, and then we had injury problems. You are absolutely making the injuries the scapegoat. No longer do you have Gus Bradley to do it. No longer do you have Frank Reich to do it. No longer do you have that you've gotten rid of that is middle management. Now you got to use the injuries. I don't believe you for a second. You are absolutely using injuries as an excuse.
Now, are injuries an excuse? Yes.
Injuries could be a reason.
Injury, yes.
They should never be an excuse.
Look at the 49ers.
You always have to have the next man up. You always got to be ready to go. The only exception to that was, I will paraphrase the quote from Tom Moore, who was the offensive coordinator when Peyton Manning was around. How did it go? If 18 goes down, we're screwed. We don't practice, screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the only injury that makes an impact. And sorry, Daniel Jones is no Peyton Manning, even though he was putting up Peyton Manning numbers, because if we're being objective, we can look at this and say, well, you played bad teams at the beginning of the season. You played good teams at the end of the season. You won at the beginning of the season. You lost at the end of the season because of that and that alone.
Yep, I agree.
All right. We have a great culture in place.
You got mad. I'm going to get mad. You have a terrible culture here. You are turning into the Mike Tomlin Steelers. Barely making the playoffs. Barely staying above 500.
Except they're not even making the playoffs. The Colts aren't.
Yes, the Colts aren't making the playoffs. Now, like, you have a culture where you're settling, bringing back a grandpa out of retirement. Now, did he want to play? Yeah, but does that mean you should play him? No. We look at what happened with Riley Leonard. He was fine. He was good to go. He looked good. Bring in Philip for coaching advice, which he did a great job at.
Yeah, and may even be considered moving forward.
Exactly. Maybe look at him instead of Shane. Just a thought. But I heavily disagree with this quote. There is no culture, let alone great culture, that I would be wanting to follow. I said the other day as a joke, obviously, but I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to be a Colts fan anymore. Like, this is, look at, ever since Peyton Manning, look at what we've been through as a fan base, and like, I don't want to do this. I don't think any other fan base would want to come over here. I would rather be a Cleveland Brown fan. At least they have Myles Garrett to celebrate.
It's true.
What do we have to celebrate?
Nothing.
Mediocrity.
Yep. All right, send me
Last one. When asked if finances were a factor, we are willing to do whatever it takes.
No, you are not. If you were, you would be doing something. Instead, you're sitting on your hands hoping that next season will be the season that changes everything because, wait, we didn't change anything, so why would anything change?
Yep.
No, you're not doing whatever it takes. You're not willing to do whatever it takes. If you were, you would be doing something, anything than what you're doing.
I completely agree.
Well, there you go. There's our thoughts on that. We're not soft. We'll give it to you the way it is. And I would say as fans, but also somewhat objective media members.
Go IU.
That's right. That's where we are now. Fernando Mendoza has to live it up because now he's going to go to the Raiders.
Yeah, very sad. It's okay, though. Hopefully they choose someone else instead.
Maybe they go Dante Moore. I think he would fit their style a little bit better.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the Crimson Cutback preview of IU football's rematch with Oregon and a special guest to boot.
Yeah.
Later this week, we will have our Unstable Pick 6 NFL prediction episode of Wild Card Weekend. Keep the pace as we look at the Pacers week and Candy Stripe clear out with IU basketball back in action.
Yeah, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay 365 Sports Indiana.
365 Sports